What is up, FBI fam? You are locked in to another episode of the Filthy Beat Inspectors podcast. I'm your co-host, Yessie, and then I got my girl, Chrissy, on the other line with me. We did take a little bit of a
You.
break, longer than we expected, but it's good to be back. We have an episode, a special guest with GAWM. What is up?
Hey.
Hello, what's up, guys? What's up? Yo, I hope these people are ready to hear some bullshit.
Oh, ready to hear some bullshit. Okay.
That big BS.
My name's Gom. I'm in my ugly studio right now, so I'm excited to see what these questions are about.
Yeah, we're ready to do the beat inspecting. So sit down,
That's
get
right.
those handcuffs on, and get ready to
Yeah.
answer.
Go get some popcorn. Hurry up. See that Beyond Wonderland thing over there?
Oh, yeah.
Word. That's next weekend.
Sunday. Yeah, we have the GAWM. You see the GAWM right there in red?
Mm-hmm.
That's
We
cool.
have a graffiti here. I'll give you guys a little tour. But yes, it is next weekend.
Yeah. Are you excited to play?
Yes.
Have you played Beyond yet?
No, I haven't actually. First time. I played Hard Summer, remember? I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you played at the Corona Beach,
Yeah.
right?
In the Corona Beach.
Fuck yeah.
That
How
was
was
dope.
it?
That was actually really, really dope. The energy is unmatched, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, Corona Beach is always a stage that I've been meaning to make it to. Like I've been to a few EDCs, never been to the Corona Beach stage. What was it like? Like, was it an early set? Who showed?
So I was I don't know if they open at 1, but I played from 3 to 4. Oh,
Okay.
you froze for a minute. Sorry. Yeah. I played from 3 to 4, so I'm not too sure. I think it was the second slot of the day though.
Mhm.
Nice.
So it was cool. Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been traveling all over the place. Like, what would you say is your favorite show so far that you've played?
Ooh, I was just talking to Tony about it because he asked me, right? So before I played my hometown show, it was Denver. Like literally that show that I played for you guys.
Yeah.
That was like by far the best show, But then that following month I came and played in LA. Well, I had my debut in LA, and that was just nuts. It's probably one of my favorite sets so far.
What venue was that at?
You guys heard of Wasted?
Yeah.
Wasted?
Yes.
Yeah. So Wasted, yeah.
They've been
Mhm.
booking a lot of shows lately. I've seen them put on some big names.
Bro, they have shows now on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Damn, all week long.
So yeah. But what I like about that is that they have like a bass night, they have a house night, a techno night, and then sometimes rhythm night. So they're
Mhm.
always changing it. It's not the same thing every night. So which is
Yeah,
dope.
that's super cool. I feel like
Yeah.
companies kind of box themselves in when they only try to book like one type of
one.
show, one type of artist, especially in the LA area. That's where
Yeah, of
you're at,
course.
right?
Yeah. Especially in this area. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys know Space Yacht, of course, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're stepping away from bass shows right now for a minute because they want to build that tech house techno crowd right now. So they've been doing a lot of techno, like literally every Tuesday. Right now it's just techno, house techno. They're not like before. Before it was all bass music,
Mhm.
So it's cool. It's cool to see that people are changing it a little bit,
Yeah, that's awesome. I know Yessie and I have recently started getting into techno more, like hard techno,
Yeah,
industrial techno. We really want to catch a couple live shows.
yeah. It's
Mhm.
very intense. It's very intense.
Yeah.
No, literally, yeah. It's
No,
just
out here I was gonna say out here in
what, man?
Denver, they even have a techno Taco Tuesday at the Milk
Oh
Market.
shit.
I was like, what the hell,
Dope.
Chrissy? We got to do some work
Nice.
sessions out there.
Yeah, yeah. You guys gotta check that out. Yeah, I don't really like it because it's so repetitive, but I mean, to each his own,
Mhm.
I can't do the whole 128, 140, 150 throughout the night. I'm like, yo, change it up. But
Do you
just me.
like other genres besides dubstep?
So
Like,
yeah,
have you
man.
made any?
So when I started making music, I started making house music back in 2013. I don't know. You guys know Dioro?
Oh,
Tonic?
of course.
Okay, so he was like he played a
Tonic,
big part.
yes.
he played a big part of like why I wanted to make music, right? So yeah, that was like in 2013, 14. That's when the Dutch scene was in, you know. That's when all
Mhm.
that Dutch stuff like Afro
Big
jazz,
room.
yeah, the big room, you know. So yeah, he and that I started making that Dutch house, you know.
Mhm.
And then yeah, I started doing that, and then the trap movement was picking up. That's when, oh, actually, no, the twerk movement was picking up. That's when
The
we have
twerk
twerk movement.
movement.
Yeah, you guys ever
The
heard the twerk
Amsterdam
movement?
twerk music.
Mm, no, so we had like like Milo and Otis. I don't know if you guys heard of these guys, but like Milo and
Yep.
Otis. You had GTA. You had
Mhm.
Dirty Audio. This is when Dirty Audio was really really popular. You know, um, you had a lot of these guys that were just making twerk music, which is like trap, just at 100 BPM. But they had a genre for like twerk music, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I transitioned from house to twerk, and I did like 2 years on that, and then that's when the trap game started coming up. That's when OK, Carnage, you know, started coming out with the remixes, and OK with that trap.
Mhm.
You had you know, all of that scene come, and I didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I'm never gonna make trap. I'm gonna do twerk. I'm gonna do twerk. This is like, because I used to do a lot of hip hop parties, and it would always work, you know, like the twerk movement. It was always like a vibe in a hip hop room. I
Mhm.
wasn't doing a lot of EDM shows. I was just doing a lot of like, you know, open genres and whatever, open
Yeah.
format, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was really hard on myself. I'm like, yo, I'm never gonna do trap. Like, this is what I want to do, and my brand was never. It wasn't getting any better. It was just it always stood at the same spot, right? So I'm like, all right, dude, I got to do something because this is not working. I need to change it out or choose a different genre. That's when I rebranded. No, I didn't rebrand. I didn't rebrand. I started making trap music under Chris Rod, which was my other name before this
Huh.
one.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rod, ROD.
Chris
Chris
Rod. So
Rod.
your full name,
Yeah.
basically.
Chris Rod.
That's not my full name. That's actually
It's
that's my DJ name. That's my hip hop DJ name.
oh, so then what's your full name?
My phone. I'll give you my first name. I don't like giving my people my last name, but my real name is Christian.
Oh, Christian.
Okay.
Okay, Christian. Yeah, but I don't.
Mhm.
I just everybody knows know me as Chris Rod. You know, which is
Yeah.
Rod. The Rod is for Rodriguez for my second last name. You know, but
Mhm.
I spelled it different, so people will never find my real name and shit like that. So
You're underground. Okay, I see.
yeah, so
Wow.
yeah,
You
In
really are
yeah,
getting
hiding.
away with murder.
right, shit.
We won't tell.
So yeah, so I rebranded. Well, it was still under Chris Rod, but I just rebranded into a different genre. That's when I started doing like the trap thing, right? And then I did that for like almost a whole year, and nothing was picking up. Like I tried everything, I was learning everything I could, and nothing was moving. So I'm like, all right, dude. Um, I I don't remember how long it was, but I think it was. I stopped making. I didn't stop making music, but I stopped releasing music for like 6 months, right? So I started to learn a lot about what other DJs were doing. You know, started just kind of like learning. Like, all right, what is he doing that is working? What is he doing that is working? I did that for 6 months, and then I rebranded to GAWM,
Sweet.
right?
What year was that?
Was 3 4 years ago. 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years ago. Yeah. So keep in mind during that time when I was rebranding, I was going through like the hardest time in my life because I didn't have a job.
Mhm.
I didn't have a job. It was just I have my son, I had my girl, and I I had to find a way to make some income. Like
Mhm.
all I wanted to do was just music, but I wanted to make sure I had money to feed my family and shit. So I was going through like the worst time, and I was about to give up on music. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna make music anymore. Like I don't have enough time. So I took that little break and started learning about the industry, and then I came up with the name Gom, which I will tell you where it came from.
Mhm.
And this was like literally my last straw. I was like, yo, if this shit don't work, I am done. Like literally,
Mhm.
like there was nothing else. So what I did was I'm gonna give people some sauce right now. A lot of people don't like to do this, and I'm gonna tell you, bro. But
Spill.
a lot of people there's this method of coming up as an artist that a lot of people hate, which is making flips, bootlegs, unofficial remixes, right? That is one of the quickest ways. If you're doing it right, it's one of the quickest ways to come up as an artist. Okay, and that's what I did. That's what the GAWM project did. I did with the GAWM project. My first 6 months, it was nothing but remixes, flips, and edits. That's all I was doing for the first 6 months, right? That like literally picked up so fast. Like I was kind of like, yo, like how's this happening? You know, like I didn't have no idea how it was working, but it was working. So after those 6 months, I'm like, all right, cool. I have a little fan base on SoundCloud. I have a couple people that are, you know, fucking with me now on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, blah blah blah. And they're asking for more of this. Let me give them some original work now. You know, now let my original work speak. You know, so after the 6 months, I started making a lot of the original music. During that time where I was making all these original songs, I don't know if you guys know this guy named Wisley. Sings Wisley.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? Oh yeah, he played. Remember
for your show.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, so him, you guys know Crimson Child?
I've heard of them.
Okay, it's one guy. Crimson Child.
Okay.
Okay,
he's
sounds
from
familiar.
Crimson Child. He's from Canada. And More Kismet. You guys heard of More Kismet, right?
Of course.
Okay. So Crimson Child. More Kismet. Yeah. Crimson Child was here for a vacation for like 3-4 days, right? And me and him had already been talking on Facebook, and he's like, "Yo, like I'm in LA. I want to meet you." I'm like, "Cool." He brought Wisley and he brought More Kismet. Okay, so this is where I met Wisley. Yeah, this is where I met for the first time. I met More Kismet and I met Wisley, right? Wisley at that time he had a manager, which was Shay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Who's now yours?
Which is now who's my manager. So I showed Wisley a lot of my work that I had, that I had, you know, a lot of my original work, and he's like, "Yo, this is fucking good. Like, do you have a manager?" I'm like, "No." And then I remember that day Shay had called Wisley. I don't remember for what. I think he was releasing on Dimac that week or something like that. And then Wisley told Shay, like, "Yo, I think I found you a new artist." And then Shay's like, "Yeah, give me his number. I'll call him, and then, you know, I'll meet up with him and have lunch, and then we can talk." So, yeah, that was the first day I met Wisley, and he introduced me to Shay. That following week, we went out for breakfast at a Starbucks here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I showed him everything that I had. I showed him where my goals and everything, and he's like, "Yo, this is dope. Like, how would you want to do a 6-month? No, we did a 3-month non-contract, just a handshake agreement that he was my manager for the next 3 months, and then see how it worked." Ever since then, bro, the rest is history. Of course, you guys know Shay. He's a very hardworking guy. So, yeah, that's how I met Shay. So back to like the GAWM. That's when all this original work started happening, you know, because Shay was like, "Yo, we need to focus on your Spotify numbers. We need to focus on your original music. We want to start getting you on labels." You know, that was the goal for like the next year. So this was at the beginning of 2018. Okay. So in January something, I don't remember the exact date, but that's when Shay became my manager, and we set up a plan throughout the whole year. I'm like, "Yo, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do it." And we did it. The first year we did it, I'm like, "All right, cool." The only thing that we didn't scratch on that to-do list for that year was to get a festival booking. We were already thinking ahead, you know. We're like, "Yo, we gotta get it," but we didn't know how small of an act we were, you know.
Right.
So we always had that. We always had we have to get a festival booking. We have to get a festival booking. So yeah, throughout the years, we had that always in mind, and then then COVID happened, and this is where a lot of people slept on.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of people had a lot of time, and this was the year for every artist, any upcoming artist, to like literally push through, like push gas to the pedal, you know.
I agree.
A lot of people just are like, "Oh, well, there's no shows. It doesn't make sense why to make music and release it.
They saw it as
No.
like a break. Like
Yeah, they
kind
saw
of.
that. Yeah, they saw it as a break. See, me, I saw this shit as like, yo, there's gonna be more competition. People that really want it, they have more time in their hands, and they're gonna make more and more music. You know.
Mhm.
So, remember what COVID started? What, in November of 2019, I believe, somewhere around there. I remember.
2020
I mean,
March.
lockdown started in March, but like
Well, see,
people started
lockdown.
talking about it
Yeah,
like
during
November.
somewhere in November, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember. Yeah. So me and Sherry were talking about it during November and December. Like, yo, so we need to be aware of what's gonna happen, you know, because if it does happen, it's gonna affect our shows that we had already planned for the following year. So she's like, okay, cool, let's see what happens, and whatever happens, then we set up a new goal list, you know. So
Revise
when
it.
that when that happened, we changed the whole goal list for that year. So what we did is like, yo, okay, so we're gonna have more time in our hands. There's gonna be a lot of competition because you're gonna have all these kids that are not going to school. You're gonna have all these guys that had a job, and they're gonna have more free time. They're gonna be making more music.
More bedroom DJs.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder to get on a label because you're gonna have a lot of people. You know, it just comes back to a lot of people just trying to release on these labels. So what we did is like, all right, cool. We're gonna release a song every 2 to 3 weeks for a whole year. Like that was.
I love that strategy.
That was our grind, bro. I swear to God.
That's a big lift, too.
Oh, bro, I swear to God, I was so tired by the end of the year. Well, not really at the end of the year, but more like
20 songs.
Yeah, that was about
That's
20
insane.
songs. Yeah,
Props to you though.
yeah, we pulled through, and literally we did it. And you know what's crazy? We were putting a lot of the money that was coming from work for promotion. And since I'm not born here, so I didn't get no what's that?
Stimulus check?
I didn't get no stimulus check. I wasn't getting any help from the government. Nothing. You know, everything that I was doing was literally me sitting down and teaching these kids how to make music, selling a sample pack, selling some sort of thing to make some income.
Hustling.
Yeah, literally. Straight up, you're working my ass off, you know? So we did that. At the end of the year, we have all of our numbers for each song we're doing so well. So it was easy for us to reach out to labels the following year and be like, look, I did this during the hardest time in the industry, you know, during COVID, and look at my numbers.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that was an easy way for us to kind of reach out to these labels and like, yo, shit, his number speaks for itself. You know, he didn't have to go, because we released on small labels. We released on 40-ounce coat. We released on this what's the name of that fucking brand? That label. It's a label from
like
Europe.
Real Breakers or
no, we
Fresh
never.
Blood?
No, we did Fresh Blood this year, but it was we did sign a contract the year before that. But I don't remember the name of that fucking label. It's from Europe. We did like 5-6 small labels. You know, they were very small. They were nothing.
Did you do self-releases too throughout that time?
We did. Yeah, we did a lot of self-releases. I think I did about 4, if I'm not wrong. Did about 4, and then we had the EP with Bass Weight, which was 4 songs. We had the EP with 40-ounce coat. I have my single EP that I released on my SoundCloud. We had like 4 songs on compilations, which was one of them was for the Excision one.
Oh, the first night comp.
The first night, yeah, the first one.
That was the biggest one, honestly.
Yeah, that was probably one of the big ones. I don't remember. There was so much music, but all I know is like, yo, we were releasing so much music, and we were just like, all right, don't let our name die out, because if you let that shit die out during this time, good luck picking it back up the following year. You know, so that's something we did. You know, we kept our name very consistent. We make sure everybody was still looking at it, and once everything opened up, I swear to God, bro, we had so much bookings, so many offers, like, yo, this and that, and yeah, like
all the hard work was paying off.
Yeah, literally, yeah. It's just, you know, I was like, before COVID happened, I was talking to AT aliens, Um, the fucking I don't remember the thing is, like, he asked me that he was gonna go on tour, and he wanted to bring me along, right?
Uh-huh.
It was not a for sure thing because he wanted to see how he can help me out because most of the time when they go on tour, they have a lot of the artists are under the same management
Right.
to take with them, right? So it's like, yo, let me see if I can work something out, and I can bring you along with some of these dates. I was already excited because, like, damn, if I go on tour with Italians, that's big, you know.
Even a couple spots with them is big.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you know, that was happening. So when they closed that down, I was like, fuck, that would have been like a game changer for me, you know, because you know it's Italians. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's like a career launcher right there.
yeah, literally. So yeah, all of that happened, and then during COVID, well, we were doing like a lot of these live streams. We were getting invited to so many, but we didn't want to do every single one because
Yeah, you got to be
we didn't want
selective.
we didn't want our name to lose value and be like, oh, I can get GAWM here. Oh, I can get GAWM here. We wanted to be like, oh shit, how did they get GAWM? He's been saying no to everything, you know? So
Yeah. You need to create like a sense of rarity.
yes,
Like scarcity almost.
yes, it's like you get it's your brand, you know. You gotta make sure your brand stands. It means something fucking special to people when not everybody can have it, you know. So that's what we were doing. Shay was being very selective. He was like, yo, like, no,
Not these ones. There were a lot of sketchy live streams out there, not gonna lie.
There's so many. So many.
I feel like there were like 3 in a night most nights during the weekend, you know?
Yeah, but that was good though, because everybody had a lot of free time and
everyone was buzzing online. Like that's how we built our brand. Everyone was glued to their phones for the last year.
That's literally how DUBSTEP FBI blew up, because everyone was on their phones.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And that's good though. You see, you guys build a brand out of, I mean, during COVID, you know, a lot of people slept on that. I'm telling you, a lot of people slept on having that free time, and
it shows. Cool. Yeah, and I think it's really cool that you have a manager who has the same values and same drive as you, and you both hold each other accountable. I mean, that's how Chrissy and I work so well together. We're constantly holding each other accountable, asking each other like, okay, what can I do to build the brand? Okay, you'll take this and I'll take that, and we're just constantly writing all these goals, making sure that we're staying on top of it. Okay, we're 50% to our goal, or we're 70% to our goal. It's just the grind does not stop. It does not stop.
Yeah. And I mean, like, props to you too, GAWM, for all those releases that you did last year, because I know a lot of artists are really scared to do self-releases. Like, they're sitting on so much music, but they're scared to put it out because they think that no one will listen. But then the real disservice is when you sit on it and don't release it. Like, it's okay. It's okay if one song gets 9,000 plays. Like, nothing's gonna blow up overnight.
This is why we released on so many small labels, because we had to show people what we can do with our numbers. You know, we had to show people like, look, I can give you the same amount of numbers that I'm pulling on my page on your page. And when we were doing that, people were like, oh fuck, how the fuck is he doing it? You know, but we sat down and we fucking learned how the industry was working. We learned how everybody was throwing the music, and we just did it with them, you know. So they were fucking happy because we put good numbers with them, you know. So I look, honestly, I'm not scared of releasing any songs on my page because I know they would do good. I'm not even scared at all. I mean, shit, I just have a point to prove to a lot of these labels, you know. A lot of the big labels, especially the big labels, you know. I can put the same numbers any other artist can. My music is not so sellable because my music is very kind of like, it's very dark and very aggressive, and I get some of these labels, they want to sell you the music, you know. It has to be very recognizable, sellable,
more commercial.
Yes, and Shay at one point was trying to make me was trying to make me to do that, you know. And I didn't want to. I'm like, look, bro, like, I don't see the GAWM brand doing that. Like, I want to be known as like, damn, GAWM has one of the heaviest sounds in the game. You know, I don't know if I ever do touch some mainstream shit, by all means, but I want to keep the same energy if I'm doing that, you know?
Yeah.
So Shay was like, he was iffy about it. He's like, bro, it's like, I want you to make money with your music. I'm like, bro, it's not even about making money with the music. It's about making your name be known as one of the most aggressive artists in the industry.
Having
Being
like that
unique.
identity as your
Yeah,
brand.
yeah. Like, you know, like I want to make sure when people say, "Oh, it's Gom," like, yeah, let's go see. He's gonna throw the heaviest set ever. You know, I don't want people to be like, "Oh, Gom, oh why?" Because he had a one-hit wonder and now everybody loves him because of that song. Like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. I want people to know me because every song that you hear, it's very aggressive and it's a song that you can dance to. You know, well, obviously headbang, not even dance to, but like, you know,
Snap your neck too.
some shit. Yeah. So yeah, at one point even Shay was trying to make my name. He was trying to change my name, the meaning of Gom.
Okay.
He wanted me to change the name behind it, because he thought it was an syllable, and he didn't think it was it wasn't a good image in the industry. You know, it's like, yo, like I think getting away with murder is too aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, bro, if you think my name is it's aggressive, then how the fuck is sudden death doing it?
Well, and I feel like having a manager too,
You
like
know?
it's his job to kind of
Yeah.
question you and like
Yeah, of
make you
course.
think about those things that would make you uncomfortable.
Right.
But like I know a question that a lot of our audience has is what is it like being on Prodigy Artists? Because that's one of the most coveted agencies in the game right
Damn.
now. Can
I'm
you
gonna tell
give
you
any
something.
insights?
Oh, I'm gonna give you everything.
Spill the tea.
Bro, okay, it was a lot of pressure. Right now, it kind of calmed down, you know. But as soon as Shay gave me the news, it kind of just made me realize that I was at a position a lot of people wish to be at, right? So it kind of stressed me out in a way because, like, damn, I gotta show some shit now. Like, I really gotta make my name and my music make people be like, okay, this is the reason why he's on Prodigy.
Like prove
you know?
yourself, basically.
Yeah, prove myself in a way. Yeah, I don't want people to be like, I didn't want people to think or be like, oh, he's only on Prodigy because of so and so.
Yeah. Well, and
You get what
people
I'm saying?
always
Like,
assume that. Like I've noticed
yeah,
that in this industry, they're like, "Oh, he's only on that agency because he knows that person." And like he doesn't actually deserve it. He'll die out in a year. Things like
yeah.
that.
And I told Shay, like, look, bro, if I don't deserve it, don't bring it to me. If you think I don't deserve it, don't give it to me. Let me work for it. Because when I know if I work for it and I get it, I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of that a lot more than when you give it to me and be like, oh, well, I got it because I got hooked up. I'm like, nah, it doesn't make sense. It loses the purpose of me being a fucking artist and a musician. You know, I wanna make sure that I can say, oh, I worked for it. Nobody gave it to me. Nobody said, yo, Gom, here's a
Here's a
handout.
cookie.
Yeah, you
like, I don't need
earned a
that shit. I
spot
don't
on
need
the
it.
agency.
Yeah. So I mean, it was really hard. I'm gonna tell you guys something that I shouldn't, but I don't care. Shay's gonna be mad at me, but he loves me too much.
Shout out Shay.
Love you, Shay.
So okay, so when Shay got added to Prodigy, they were only gonna take Cinemata. Okay,
Who's God tier, by the way. Like his music is incredible.
He's fucking insane. He's amazing. So Cinemata. So he had. I don't know if you guys noticed. He had a collab with Slander.
Yeah, when I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. So because of that, Slander, you know, they added his manager noticed. Slander's manager noticed Cinemata, and they wanted to bring him into Prodigy. Okay, so at that time it was on. Shay was managing me, Cinemata, Wisley, and that's it.
Okay.
When Prodigy reached out to Shay about Cinemata, they're like, "Yo, we want you to work for us, but you can only bring this artist," which was Cinemata. So I still remember this day. Fucking when Shay had to give me that news that he had dropped me, it felt like a breakup in a way, you know, because we bond so much. Like he calls me more than my mom, my brother. He calls me more. He calls me a lot. Like I swear to God, me and him, we have a good friendship, which is very dope. So when he gave me that news, it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt in a way because I was like, damn, bro, like it feels like a breakup. But I understand where you're coming from as a manager. You know, you want to make it the same way I want to make it.
It was like a career decision for him.
Yeah. So
yeah,
during that time, he's like, look, bro, Shay was still being helpful. He was being helpful. He's like, yo, I'm gonna look for somebody so they can help you push your career. You know, I don't want to just
a good breakup on good terms.
yeah. So he's like, I want to look for somebody, and then you tell me if you like that person, that you know, to continue whatever it is that you're doing. I told Shay, look, bro, it's cool, he gave me all these names, and most of these people, don't get me wrong, they're all cool and I'm not gonna say any names, but they're all cool. They're good friends and everything. But I sat down and I studied them, and I was like, yo, like they have these artists and they haven't done nothing with these artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are they gonna do so much better with me? You know, if you have good artists on your team and you can't even do nothing with them.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like fuck. It was nothing personal. Don't get me wrong. It was just more of a like, yo, I need somebody that's gonna put the same weight. Oh, if not better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Shay gave me that news, Shay told me, yo, stay put. Don't go looking for nobody. And my dumbass never listened. I went out of my way and started searching on my own. You know, I was like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
like at the end of the day, it's I gotta keep this shit moving. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want something to stop me just because something happened.
Well, especially
So
because was this last year during COVID?
this was this year during
Oh, this
in
year.
Okay.
March. Yeah, in March. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
so
March.
you already had a shit ton of stuff going for you. You probably
Mhm.
needed a day-to-day at least to handle all of these like fielding bookings
Something
and
at least,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Most of the stuff. I mean, I knew how to do it. You know, because I used to throw shows before, so I knew how to. I knew the everything behind it. You know, I just didn't want to deal
Mhm.
with it. You know, so
yeah. Well, I mean, your job is to make music, not to
exactly,
Yeah,
do paperwork.
exactly.
everything else exactly. So then that started happening, and then I reached out to Say My Name's manager, which is Jason Hong. I don't know if you guys know Jason Hong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So well, actually I reached out to Allison. You know Allison? You guys know Allison?
I don't
That's
think
her
so.
day
I
to day.
don't. I
Let's
don't
say
know
my
her.
name's. She used to work at Space Yacht. Okay. Well, she I met her. It's a weird way how we met. I'll give you guys. I'll tell you guys the info later. But like I already knew her. That week when Shade dropped me, I had a show in San Jose, right? And Say My Name was headlining the show. So
Mhm.
you know, I'm like, I took that chance to sit down and talk to her. I'm like, yo, this is what's happening. It's still not for sure, but if you can put up the work, if you can let Jason Hong know that I'm looking for a manager, and if he wants to pick up the project, by all means.
Mhm.
So that happened in within that within that week not 2 weeks within the 2 weeks that I have no manager, and then I was searching. A lot of shit was going. A lot of shit was happening. You know, a lot of things were happening with me and Shay. A lot of things were happening with me and Jason Hong. I was just trying to see who could keep up the project, who could keep the project. You know, don't get me wrong. Shay told me don't look for nobody because I'm still trying to work with Prodigy and see if I can bring you along. You know, I have to prove them that you're a good artist, and I gotta show them that you're actually Prodigy material. You know, so it's like give me some time, bro. But my dumbass was not listening. I'm like, yo, like I can't, bro. Like I need to keep this ball rolling. You know. So long story short, the following week, I had a call with Jason Hong. We were basically almost agreeing for me to sign with him,
Mhm.
and the day of me having to call Jason Hong again and agreeing with him, Shay calls me. He's like, bro, I just got the biggest news of your career. Please tell me you haven't talked to nobody. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, you're like, spill it.
I'm like, damn. So I had to be straight
Kinda.
up. I had to be straight up. I'm like, look, bro. I know you
Mhm.
told me I shouldn't be talking to nobody, but I had to look out for myself. You know.
Yeah.
I hope you don't take it personal. Just understand it's just a business move. The same way you went around, you went away,
Mhm.
you went around yours. I went around mine. You know. Um, and he wasn't upset, but it did kind of just bug him a little bit because he didn't want nobody to know what was happening with me, you know? He
Mhm.
didn't want nobody to know, oh, yo, GAWM this and that, GAWM this and that, blah, blah, blah. So, once he gave me that good news, I had to call Jason Hong back and be like, yo, thank you, but this is what's happening right now. And I feel like, you know, I've been knowing Shay for almost 6, 7 years. It wouldn't
Mhm.
make sense. I mean, 4, 6 years. What the fuck? Almost 4 years. If
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense for me to just leave him hanging. If
Well, and
he's
you
the
know
one
that
that,
you already work together. You have that
Yeah.
good
yeah.
working synergy.
It's exactly. So I'm like, yo, my bad. Please don't take it personal.
Mhm.
But I need to just, you know, this is what I want. Um, Jason Hong's response was not what I thought it would be, but which is cool. I mean, he's still good friends. We're still,
Yeah. I mean, that's
good,
business
we're good
too.
people.
It's like if
Yeah.
there's a free agent out there and you don't pick them up, they're gonna get snagged.
Right? For real. So now that you bring that up too, we had just signed to AB Touring.
Yeah, that was a big thing earlier
shit.
this year that launched, right?
The 2 weeks before Shay went to Prodigy, we had already signed with AB Touring, right? So yeah, so as soon as I signed with Prodigy is like, yo, if GAWM's gonna be part of the team, I need you to drop him from AB Touring.
Oh, word.
And we're gonna find something for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, bro, do you not know this is like the biggest deal of my life right now? You're making me drop it? Like this is
Yeah.
literally what I've been working for. And it kind of took me a while to kind of just be like, okay, cool. If they're gonna promise me something better, then sit down and just suck it up. And
Yeah,
yeah,
deal
to
with it.
this day, I mean, we don't have one yet, but we are working on that right now. So
Yeah.
that's
Damn.
our next big step. But yeah, that's where the story for Prodigy started. And then,
You have a lot cooking with the GAWM project.
Yeah. There's so much. I mean, I don't think 1 hour is enough, but we'll do it. We'll do it under.
What advice do you have for artists who are maybe a similar size than you, maybe a little smaller, but they're looking to get on a good management, they're looking to get on a good booking agency?
Okay,
like, do you have any advice for free agents like that?
Yeah, don't look for them. Literally, straight up, don't look for them. You're valuing yourself to be so little. Let them find you, because if they find you, that means that you're doing something good. If you go in and find them, then you're kind of making them. You're making the job easier, but it doesn't make it's not gonna make sense. It's just gonna tell you that you're not even working hard enough to have a booking agent come find you.
You attract what you put out.
Yes. So I would just say don't look for it. Shut up. It will come. If your music is where it's supposed to be at, the agent will come and the management will come. Never look for it. I tell people this all the time. They ask me the same question. I'm like, yo, don't look for it. Don't fucking look for it. Like, literally, get that shit out of the way. You don't need it. You don't need to even thinking about that shit right now. If you're not popping and you don't have 10 shows every month, then don't look for one.
10 shows a month, good lord.
But I mean,
brother.
But I mean, even 3 to 4 shows is still, you don't need it, because you can handle that on your own.
Yeah.
If you're on tour, if you're doing this and that, by all means, go for it. But you get what I'm saying. Then, I know that was a little exaggerating, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, it's hard to see like some artists who are really good at production get discouraged because they don't have a manager, or like they kind of get caught up in that clout thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, there is a lot of clout that comes with being on some of these agencies.
And yeah, I mean, but you see, like the only advice I give those people that feel that type of way is a management will change only so much. It's not gonna change the whole branding of your it's not gonna change the image of your brand. It's only gonna help look professional. Because you still gotta put in that work.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna change a thing. It's only gonna make your life easier, and it's not gonna change your life in the 360. So
and also, I mean, no one's gonna love your brand as much as you do.
Yeah.
To be honest, no one's gonna put as much work into your business, because your brand, your project is your business.
Yeah, exactly.
GAWM is your business, and no one's gonna love it or cherish it as much as you do.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So, but I see it. Another advice I'm gonna give to these upcoming artists is, one, stay very consistent. Even if you're releasing flips, remixes, originals, the upcomers, I get it. Like, a lot of the upcomers, they stop making music, or they get discouraged because they don't get on these labels. They think like getting on a label is gonna change so much for them.
The be all end all.
That shit doesn't do shit for you guys, bro. I swear to God.
I mean, they just take your composition pretty much.
They just taking your fucking money. They're taking your 50%. They're taking your 50% and they ain't giving you shit back, unless it's a good label that can promise you a show out of it. So you gotta. This is where you're gonna sit down and learn what you're releasing. Just not release on them because blah blah blah. Sit down, learn, know everything about them, see what the fuck they're doing, what are they doing, like, are they doing any shows, are you doing any takeovers, blah 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 blah. And then if you feel like you fit on that label, then you release on that label. There's a lot of these people just, I don't know, their head is like, if I release on this label, I'm gonna blow up. No, you're not gonna fucking blow up because
Yeah.
there's 5 other people that sound exactly like you in that fucking label, and it's really gonna be who's gonna take the cake, you know?
Exactly. And I mean, labels have how many dozens of releases scheduled every year? It's like one after another. Every week it's a new release.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a brand. Yeah. Your name dies out the following week.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But you see, but if you have a brand, if you have an image, if you have everything that's already working for you, that game plan that you've been doing for so long, if you were to release on your own page and you make your name, how do I say it? Fuck. Like, okay, so like, you guys ever notice that when you release on labels, back to the labels, like when you release on a label, for example, a compilation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing compilations because you need to be the top dog of that fucking compilation.
Yeah, it gets
Right?
buried.
So yeah, it'll get buried, and then it's like, if people didn't hear, if your song didn't do good in that compilation, it's like, you need to go back and work and start focusing on these labels, because look what just happened. You were so happy about, I released on this label, and then it didn't do the numbers that you thought it was gonna do, because you haven't been doing that with your own SoundCloud or wherever it is that you're releasing. You're not putting those same amount of numbers on your own. So when you do that and you think that you're gonna get the same numbers over here, you're not.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people sleep on that. On like, make sure that your numbers are very good, so that when you bring them to a label and you're competing with all these people on a compilation, or it might be an EP or whatever you're doing, your numbers look fucking great. It doesn't, so that people are like, oh shit, damn, look, like GAWM released on Bass Rush, and the numbers that he was doing here, they're the same amount, even big, might be even bigger, because that's extra promo, But when you have a group of people doing like that, working on a project like that, you can do so much. But if the artist is not doing it on himself, it's not gonna.
Well, that's the perk of self-releasing, is like, you get people who like you for you, and then they stick with you no matter what label you go to. Whereas if I'm releasing on label A or label B, most of my listeners are from that label, people who like that label, not people who like me specifically.
And you have full control of the self-release.
Yep. You don't have to worry about nothing. It's all you.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I want to switch gears here. I want to
go
over
for it. Go for
the
it.
lightning round. So, have you ever done a lightning round before?
I've never. I don't even know what that is.
So we're just Chrissy and I are gonna take turns just spitting questions at you, and you just gotta answer this or that. Like, okay. You know the deal.
Yeah.
Questions.
It's an A and B. It's an A and B.
Yeah, there you go. Quick shoot off.
Okay, run it.
Exactly.
Run it. Go.
All right. So, are you a morning or night person?
Morning.
Okay. You can only pick one: tacos or tamales.
Tacos.
Hell yeah,
That's
tacos every day.
Yeah, tacos.
I wish they had some good spots out here in Denver. Fuck, I miss Cali food. All right, this one's my favorite.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Dak Daniels, GLD, and Matt Doe.
Woo, this is gonna be hard. Okay, married, I'll go with Dak.
Aw.
Okay.
Can we come in the wedding?
Run it, yeah.
We'll plan your wedding.
He's one of the realest guys I ever met in this game. Like, ever since day one, he's been a cool person. You don't find that a lot in the industry. So I'll kill.
Oh,
damn, nobody. Damn, fuck. Okay, I'll go kill GLD. Fuck it. No, actually, you know what? You know what? No, I'm gonna kill Matt Doe, because I don't know him in a personal way, in a personal level. I know him as a business. As a business perspective, I don't know him on a personal level, so sorry, Matt. you gonna hate me, bro. I know GLD very well. That's why I know Jake, and I know fucking Matt so well. So it wouldn't make sense for me to kill him.
Love that. Awesome. Good answers.
There you go. Yeah.
And next question: who are your dream collaborations?
My dream collaborations. Actually, it's happening right now. I just sent stems out to the people that made me change my brand for GAWM. They both of these artists already have stems, so I'm just waiting on them. I can't say who, but just know it's very one of them is one of the most heaviest artists I ever heard.
Oh, okay. I think I
Okay?
know.
If you know, you know. And then the other one, I'm gonna give you a clue. He's not from here. He's from Europe.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have a few people in mind.
Yeah. Actually, I have I have a lot of collabs. But those are the two. Two of my favorite artists that I started listening to when the GAWM project came around. Yeah.
Ooh, that's exciting. Good luck. I hope they come out early next year, maybe.
Yeah. No, actually, they're probably not gonna come out to like June, May of next year.
Okay.
Just because we're working on an album, for next year, the beginning of next year. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet. The album is still up for grabs. It's not a for sure thing. Still up for grabs.
Okay.
Yeah. That out. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys something. If that album is secured, life changing. Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for you.
Like it's life changing. Like literally, like as soon as I announce that fucking album, you guys will remember this fucking day.
We'll have to cover it. We'll get you on an article.
Run it. Let's do it. Trust me.
We'll open up a case file.
If we can close it, I swear to God, on anything I love.
No, that's the thing though. You got to say, instead of saying if we're going to close it, you got to say when we close it, it's going to be life changing.
Yes.
Manifest it. I'm gonna manifest
it. It works.
It's happening. It's already in progress.
I hope it is. It better start moving.
Yeah. I can already picture myself pre-saving that album on Spotify.
It's very sellable, which is weird. Like we're taking a big risk on it because it's very different to what I'm doing now. But you need to sell it. You know, it needs to be sellable because it has a lot of like every song has a vocal on it.
Ooh, cool.
Okay, so it's nothing like my other work where it's just beats and fucking drops. No, this shit has actually a hook, a breakdown, blah blah blah, a verse, a drop. You know, so it's very sellable. So we're seeing how that turns out. As soon as trust me, as soon as my manager calls me like, bro, it's a wrap. You guys are gonna see the biggest tweet of my life.
We better be the first to know about it. We better get that press release.
I will let you know. I will let you guys know. I swear to God.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's very exciting. Yeah. Literally.
All right. We got two more for you. And then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
All right. If you could play any venue in the world, which one would it be? One that you haven't played yet, but you've always wanted to.
Red Rocks for sure.
Oh yes. Right down the street.
Yeah. Red Rocks for sure. Yeah.
Sweet. Last question. Would you rather play at a large music festival or for a small, intimate crowd?
Small.
Okay.
Small, intimate. I fucking love that shit. The energy is unmatched.
It's all your true fans too.
Unmatched. Yeah, true. Facts.
I agree. Yep. Well, that concludes the lightning round. And so, GAWM, do you have? Yeah, I know you survived, so we'll let you off the hook.
Probably the most fun interview you've done.
By far, yeah. And I hate doing these. Don't get me wrong. It's not because of like who it's for. It's just more of like, I have a schedule where I sit down every day from a certain time just to sit down and work on music. And when I don't follow that schedule, it kind of throws me off. So it's like, all right. When Shay's like, yo, you need to do this. You need to do this. I'm like, all right. Let me trick my mind to be like, okay, you're working on music, you know? So,
yeah. Well, and hopefully you'll be like hyped up and happy and motivated once we hang up. Go like run it up on your album, run it up on your collab.
I was actually working on music before you guys called me. So, well, before I joined this Zoom. So.
Okay, yeah, I do. I actually have one more question for you.
Go for it. Hit me.
You got to tell us, like, what is the story behind the neck tattoo?
Oh shit. Okay, so it's crazy. Okay, so do you guys know what the owl means or what it stands for or no? So it stands for knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so I don't know if you guys ever paid attention. It has a red and purple eye, which one stands for not evil, but it's not, it's just bad and good. So knowledge, I see it like this: if you know too much, it's bad, and if you know enough, it's cool. So it's good knowledge and bad knowledge. I don't know why I got it. I just know that I loved it. I love the way it looks. But once I found out the meaning behind it, it just kind of like makes sense, you know.
Mhm.
If you know knowledge, or if you have enough knowledge of what you're doing with your life, or you're doing with anything in general, it's it's a good balance in life, you know. So
How long did it take them to do?
9 hours.
Oh my
Yeah,
That sounds
God.
painful.
it was the yeah. That
All
shit
in
hurt.
one session?
All in one session. All in one
Dude,
session. Yeah, that shit
fuck.
hurt. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I got home, so I left at 9 in the morning. We started tattooing around 10. I got home like at 9:30, almost 10 o'clock p.m. And so they put a lot of numbing cream and numbing spray. That shit only helps out for like 30 to an hour after they spray it, or they put the numbing cream. So when I was getting tatted, he was using a lot of that, right?
Mhm.
As soon as I got home and the whole numbing cream died, I was in the worst pain of my life. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't swallow. I was I was in pain, you know. I had to
Yeah.
smoke some weed. I had to
Yeah.
smoke weed. I had to drink. I had to
Eat
drink
some
just like
edibles.
I don't eat edibles, but I had to get numb. You know, I had to get numb somehow because it
Oh
was
my
hurting really
God.
bad. Yeah,
You got balls, dude.
it it changed my whole career though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That
Mhm.
shit
And
made
you
the
got
whole
some fresh
that
press
that
pics recently, right?
yeah, that no, the whole having the out thing is literally changed. Not like dramatically, but it did. It kind of put an image on the GAWM. For, you know, like
Yeah.
people come up to me like, yo, I know you're gone because of my tat, you know, because
Yeah.
they know already. So that it helped a lot. It helps a lot,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool. Maybe you can take the owl and like run with it as a symbol for like, I don't know, a project or an announcement or something like, because that's a really cool
Um,
story.
I should do that actually. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, like an album or
But no,
something,
but not
self-release.
actually. Yeah, we do have an album coming, and we want to use an owl on the
Mhm.
album. So we'll see how we put it together. You
We'll
know.
just put your head on an owl's body.
Hey, right? That'll be funny. That'll be funny. Make me an owl.
I got
And
you.
then just like go to your shows and then just hold your face up in the crowd like an
On
owl
a
and your face
totem.
on
Yeah.
it.
So you guys ever heard that there's I think like the white owl is it's a bad one or something like that?
Oh
It's
no.
like the evil. I don't know which owl. I don't know if it's a white one or the brown one. Then one of them is like the bad eagle, the bad owl. Like it's bad energy or something. I don't remember.
Never.
I gotta go back and read it. But we were trying to change my visuals to owls, but I feel like I believe in energy. You know, if you can provide good energy, you can feel it right away. So
Mhm.
I didn't want to give that energy to on my visuals and have people feel a certain way.
Yeah,
That's the
give
only
them
thing.
like a bad trip or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, you can only imagine Sudden Death is already doing it, and he kind of trip people.
People like that. People really
But
latched on to that devil shit.
yeah, I mean, there's some people that like it. Don't get me wrong, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, there's some people that really take it to heart, and I rather not even deal with that, you know. So
Mhm.
um, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I mean,
when are you leaving for Beyond? Are you going to be there for a while or
mhm.
driving out there?
so so yeah, we're driving. We're like 45 minutes away. We're not that far,
Mhm. Is
but
it at the NOS Center?
yeah, the
Okay.
North Center. Yeah. Yeah. So so I played Friday, which is kind of weird because I've never been to a Beyond to Beyond. I've been to Beyond, but I never been to Beyond on a Friday, which is it's like yo, everybody gets out of work and they gotta get ready to go home and party. So
Yeah.
yeah, but we're leaving. We're heading out from here at 2 o'clock because we do gotta go check in, get our wristbands.
Sound check.
So we're getting a couple of my friends and I are getting an Airbnb. So, just sit down and pregame and
Mhm.
hang out.
That's a
You know?
big weekend. Insomniac has some big shows coming up.
Oh yeah, a lot of big ones.
Will you be at any of the EDCs?
Yeah. So Cinemata. Shit. Fuck. I shouldn't say this, but somebody's playing that. Somebody, somebody's playing that EDC.
Someone
Yeah.
that we know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already
Yeah.
said it. Yeah. So, yeah, he'll be playing there. So me and Shay
Mhm.
are gonna go. Yeah.
EDC Vegas?
EDC Vegas. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to EDC Orlando. We're gonna see the
Hey.
Kami Boys, Keizo, Jinx is
Sheesh.
playing. Yeah, so that'll be
And
fun.
Lays.
Yeah,
Lays,
dope. I saw that girl. She's that girl, right? That girl.
that girl,
She's a
yeah.
girl.
She's that girl, yeah.
No. I mean, it's a girl. Of course, she's a girl.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've seen her, but I never met her, which is weird. And we follow each other on Instagram and everything, but we never actually introduced each other, in person. So
Yeah, it was
Yeah, this
funny
will be,
because
I think this will
okay.
be the first time that we meet, right, Chrissy? Or is it Lost Lands that we're meeting here for the first time?
Oh yeah, Lost Lands is next month too. We gonna see you
I
there.
know. Actually, I might be going to Los Angeles too. Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
yeah,
hit us up.
yeah, definitely. If I need a spot, I'll be hitting up High Zombie. I'm like, yo, let me sleep on your couch.
Hit his ass up. And then we're going to Imagine the weekend before that.
Oh damn, you guys are party girls. You guys are just
It's business.
Not really part. I mean, I guess kind of. It's for business.
Okay, that's good.
It's for
If
business.
it's business
Yeah.
by all minute, it works. If it's business by all minute.
Yeah, business and pleasure start to mix when you do what you love for work.
Exactly.
Yep. Yes, it does. Hey, but that's good though. You guys, that means that you guys are doing something well. You guys are it's people are noticing, which is cool.
Yeah, good vibes only. We always try to
Yeah,
have good
of course.
intentions when we work with people. We would never like purposefully screw someone over
Uh-huh.
or like do something shady.
Yeah, nah, you guys are good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people love you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
But
hey, do you
anyway,
have any final words that you'd like to say to our audience who are listening right now?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna promote something.
Oh,
So
do it up.
there's an EP coming out on Bass Rush at the end of this month. So I mean, two of the songs that are on the EP are already out, which is the one on the compilation, Fear,
Mm-hmm.
the one I just released with Matt Doe. That's one of the other songs, and then I have two more songs coming out.
So you have an EP with Bass Rush dropping at the end
Yeah,
of the month.
yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
We just haven't announced it because we want other songs to come out and be like, hello.
Oh my
Surprise.
God, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Actually, look, we have 3 minutes. I'm gonna give you a story behind GAWM because I know I didn't tell you how the name came about.
Yeah, so this actually ties in. One of our street team members, Jalen, he had the question, how did you come up with the name GAWM? And can you confirm that it stands for getting away with murder?
Yeah, it stands for getting away with murder. Not literally. I didn't kill nobody. All right, guys. Everybody asked
For the
me.
record.
Yeah, because there's been people like, yo, did you really? I'm like, no. Like, why would I kill somebody? Why would I kill somebody and be a dumbass and be like, oh yeah, I got away with murder?
Yeah, and then run with it.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you the story behind it. So the story behind it, so when I was rebranding during that time in my city, so I live in Boyle Heights, right? Boyle Heights is not. It's not. It's it's kind of considered the hood in a way. There's a lot of gang violence, a lot of bad things, right? During that time, one of my cousin's friend had gotten shot by a cop. This youngster, the guy my cousin's friend that got killed. He was 14 years old and he was carrying a gun in public. So this kid he never listened to the cops. He was just, I don't know if he was drugged out or whatever, and he wasn't cooperating with the cops. And one of the cops shot him in the back, and the guy, well, my cousin's friend, he died. And throughout the news, throughout that whole week, the news in our city was like, yo, a cop killed a innocent, not really an innocent kid, but he killed somebody, and people were protesting that how come the cop is not getting anything, like nothing. Why isn't he doing no time? Why isn't he getting fired? Why is nothing happening with him? So in the news, I remember watching the news, and in the news, the title said, "Cops, blah 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 blah, getting away with murder." So that really stuck to me. I'm like, yo, getting away with murder. So it's just a story that where I come from. Where the city that I come from, this happened to happen, and those words stick to me. And my cousin knew that friend, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this with me because it's a piece of where I come from, and I want people to always question me and say where do I come from and why does it have a meaning behind it. And that's my meaning. Where I come from, it's not a safe place, don't get me wrong, but it's very not dangerous, but it's very scary to be out sometimes.
Yeah, and it's good to have that that like guiding star almost that you keep hold close to you as you move
Mhm.
forward with your brand and everything, because it gives you deeper
Yeah.
meaning to what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, a lot of people where I'm from, not a lot of people make it out. I'm gonna be honest. There's a few. There's a handful. There's like, I want to say like 3 to 5% that make it. Make it as in like either go to college, make it as in they have a career or they're starting the business. You know, it's not so many of it. So, you know, I'm happy to be at least part of that 5% that's doing something with my life, you know. Even, you know, it's funny. Shay's like, yo, I'm gonna get you out of there. I need to get you out of there. Like, he's so concerned. I'm like, yo, it's like, you need to get out. Like, yo, I'll get out. Just give me some time, you know. Give me some time. But yeah, that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
But I didn't kill nobody. I didn't kill nobody. I
The
kill every
record.
beat. Then back to music. The only reason why it makes sense in my music is getting away with the murder means like, if we put it into a music perspective, it's just I'm gonna kill every beat that I make, every song that I make, you know. So that means I
I like
got away with
that.
murder, you know. It's just
There
like
you
I
go.
kill the beat, you know. So
Double entendre, double
yeah,
meaning.
double meaning. There you go.